Батареечки.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Ясно. Прикольно. Про две реальности нам тонко намекают, я так понимаю. Я его выключил, я думал, я его включу.
А зачем тебе его включать-то? Он и так пилился, стоял.
Я думал, это освещение как-то включит.
Причем тут освещение, он бревна пилит.
Но он его заклинил, он не пилил.
Так. Это опять этот?
Да.
Головнюк. Будем его так называть пока. А он, кстати, визуально отличается от них. Обратил внимание?
Ай.
Ой.
А!
Ать.
А.
Это уже какой-то босс-баттл.
Ам,
Я так понимаю, ты сейчас этих мелких распихаешь по углам. И он выйдет, наверное.
да, очень может быть.
Потому что он не уходит. Орёт где-то там. И точка с патронами и батарейками стоит. Постоянная. Ага. Смотри, толстый какой.
Все, готов.
Быстро.
Фу.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Ага. Он отличался от остальных, он был прям полностью черный. А остальные были такие, видно были, что в цветной одежде такие, и то есть волны вот эти темные на них были.
Не знаю, я заметил только, что он отличался тем, что он был шустрее, мобильнее, как-то и менее заметный. А так, не знаю, не обратил внимания.
Ну, может, мне показалось издалека так. Я, возможно, ошибаюсь.
Фу. Ну, мне очень сильно, конечно, ракеты помогли. Он об них просто сжёгся.
Получается, ракеты, да, надо беречь на такие вот случаи опасные.
Ну, как минимум, наверное, парочку оставлять возможно.
Допустим, когда толпа больше 5 и плотно стоит, тоже можно кинуть, наверное.
Да. Но тут еще с уроном надо разобраться. Я пока не очень понимаю, насколько оно в радиус, точнее, бьет сильно.
Мгм.
То, что вот первая волна, допустим, была, можно было бы туда ударить или нет, фиг знает. Я думаю, еще попробуем, конечно, потом.
Так.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
А рычал-то кто?
Олень.
Да? Ну ладно. А чё это он?
Не знаю, обиделся.
Порыкивал?
Надоело стоять тут уже.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Ты, главное, не расслабляйся.
Ну да, сейчас в любой момент здесь все может вырубиться. И будет больно.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Угу.
Это не он рычит. Не олень. Это где-то там.
Да вообще никто не рычит.
I had to get
Кажется.
inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help. The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Ну классно, чё?
Это как это так?
Неделю где-то шлялся. Что у нас там в гараже есть интересного?
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Это вот здесь он стоял, смотри, масло на полу. Смотри, смотри.
Точно, да.
Это дом Стаки, получается.
Ну, это не дом, это...
I'll keep writing.
Опа.
Outside there's
Заправка.
only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost. I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Ты уже давно сошел.
Лавочка, получается. Здесь и продавал он, и машину чинил, и заправка.
Ну, работал он тут, я так понимаю.
Ну, неважно. Дом, не дом.
А что читать? Ага. 68-й ежегодный день оленя с 15 по 18 сентября. Игры и развлечения, лотереи, соревнования рыбаков, конкурс пирогов и неожиданные состязания, живая музыка. Для детей кривозубый Чарли днем и невиданная мистическая фантасмагория Монтгомери вечером. Не пропустите легендарный парад на день оленя. Выйти.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Нормально. Я по поводу озера.
Candy-colored clown they call the Sandman
Это чего?
tiptoes to my room every night.
Это только начало.
Just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper,
Конец эпизода
go
1.
to sleep. Everything
Я
is
прям растерялась.
alright.
Забавно.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! Now, she's missing. Alice? Alice? I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Одержимые.
I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Нет, термос-то возьми.
Как она
Так.
его там брутальненько.
Угу. Есть смысл сейчас делать кофе? Наверное, есть
А
смысл
что там
побродить,
светилось?
кофе сделать.
Нет, точно там кофе был, да?
Ну,
Ну
кофебарка
ладно, ладно,
же.
ладно, верю. Верю, я верю.
Ну, это же кофеварка, кофеварка. Я просто сам себе не поверила вдруг.
Закрыто. Нормально, у себя дома зайти не может в двери. Вон там еще двери, ага. А, кабинет. Что
О.
там? Там еще страница где-то была.
Книги.
Правее. А,
Да.
вот левее.
Ага. О, целых две. Подожди, а где мы еще одну взяли? Ну ладно.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Чё-чё-чё.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Я думал, мне сначала показалось... ну да, это на Макс Пейна отсылочка такая. Ну, как бы, по идее, типа он сценарий, наверное, писал. Хотя не знаю, там как-то все сложно. Алан Уэйк, Джон Уэйк. Ну ладно. Наверное, мы нашли все, что хотели. Или точнее, все, что должны были найти. Вот это там погодка. Прикольно сделали так. Я, главное, слышу нотки такие похожие прямо. То есть где-то начало так вот подкрадываться понимание, что-то есть.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Ну так даже голос же сделали.
Да, да, и
Же.
голос. Кофе. Надо было себе тоже кофе сделать.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
Давай
kidding.
посмотрим.
I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
А там вот у нее в комнате дверь еще одна. Она не открывается, ты подходил к ней? Ага,
Мне
понятно.
показалось, что это к Алану. А, нет.
Колдовка какая-то там.
Там какая-нибудь проявочная, наверное.
Мгм.
Ну или как она там называется, я
Давай
не знаю.
смотреть, что там.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
А как она в
I know
проявочной
it's
тогда
stupid, but it's just,
работает?
especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Рыба.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Большущая такая рыбка.
Так, давай сначала.
Подожди.
Да-да-да, смотрим здесь. О, что-то. А,
Не.
это солнышко.
Светлячок.
Ну все
I believe you'll
получается.
find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Так, налево, направо. О, опять это. Стой, стой, стой.
Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Хорошо.
That
А
was
там...
Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
А что говоришь там?
Там просто налево и направо можно сходить. Ты куда пойдешь сейчас?
Я думаю, что налево это куда надо.
The sheriff
А вот
wants
сюда.
to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Вот давай смотреть. Что тут, где тут? О, страничка и термос.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Угу.
Стаки. Бедный Стаки.
Вот дверь закрыта.
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you down the corridor in her office.
А вот к ней зайти, если... Ага.
Ну, вряд ли тут что-то будет.
Ну ладно, пойдем.
Ага.
Тут тоже... А, это
Стоп.
окна.
Что читать?
Что?
О. Разыскивается мужчина, пропал без вести 20.06.07. Отличительные признаки: мастер побеждать в состязаниях.
Угу. Нормальная такая черта.
Разыскивается Ричард Ваух, плюс Данский, Джейкоб Миллер. Не вернулись вовремя из туристического похода. Не выходят на связь. Ага.
Может, ты их уже грохнул, бегали там за тобой тенями.
Да, вот. Мне тоже почему-то так подумалось. О, нам вот сюда. Ну ладно.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
И посмотрели, что в телефоне, да?
Конечно. Спасибо.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I help
Don't
you
do
with
nothing
anything?
stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr.
Hey,
Wake.
mister!
You can get there through the
Hey,
silk
can you
corridor.
turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me.
О, еще один в курсе.
Right in here.
Ага.
А вот, выключатель справа.
О, круто.
Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Ты там на доске разыскиваем, кого-то пропустил.
Там котик был, но он вроде как не активен был.
А вот слева-то?
Он же тут не один раз просто висит.
А, чего вы пристаете-то тогда?
Вот он, не читается он. Ну. А что если на номер позвонить?
тебя, по-моему, нет такой функции звонить, да?
Нет. Ну, я про нее
О,
не знаю, по
смотри,
крайней мере.
смотри.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Вот так вот. Тетя — это темная сущность. Вернее сказать, приняла форму женщины. Это темная сущность.
Да, но писатель скоро исправит положение.
Ну, в смысле, что она могла только вот там, где тьма, везде, видимо, света, она сейчас, видимо, ослабленная, только там она полную власть имела.
Типа, Нет, а мне кажется, это, типа, либо
я так поняла,
там...
что ты ее освободил. Ну, усилил.
Ну, вот, типа того, да.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Сейчас, пролезем. Подожди.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
С той стороны, получается, забор. Да мы поняли уже.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
О.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry? Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
А, нам нужно теперь вернуться в участок.
Ну да. Сделать вид, что ничего не было.
А где? А, о.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Пишет книгу.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh! Hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.